The Sergeant Major of the 1st Recruit Training Battalion, Sergeant Major Tyler.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Commanding General, Brigadier General Field, and our Depot Sergeant Major, Sergeant Major Garcia, I would like to welcome you to today's Family Day event. Now, I know that you all have come from literally all over the world. And before I get into explaining the recruit training process, I truly want to tell you all thank you. Because your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, a brother, a sister, a cousin, or a friend, and without your support, our Marines wouldn't have had the opportunity to become United States Marines. So I need a huge favor. I need for all of you to give yourselves a round of applause today. Your recruit training is a very rigorous and challenging process. It's divided into 4 phases. But the first phase is probably the most challenging because we ask them to get prepared pretty quickly, mentally and physically, to the recruit training environment. The second phase, we enforce the skills learned off of the first phase. This is where we introduce marksmanship, battlefield training. We also introduce teamwork and our core values of honor, courage, and commitment. In the third phase, this is where we have them go to the crucible when they complete their final team building event, ultimately transforming them into a basically trained Marine. And not just any basically trained Marine, but a forward-thinking Marine. And this is where they earn their Eagle Globe and Anchor. In the fourth phase, this is where we allow for them to get settled into their new identity of becoming a Marine, but they still complete several evaluations, which helps to instill their confidence. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the overall process of making a United States Marine. They now know the responsibility they have to you, to Corps, to country, and also themselves. Now, I would be remiss if I said that this process wouldn't be possible without 2 of our professionals in the Marine Corps, our United States recruiters and our drill instructors. They are non-commissioned and staff non-commissioned officers who come from all walks of the Marine Corps, and they bring with them their leadership and operational capabilities. Our drill instructors attend a rigorous school right here aboard the depot, making them the subject matter experts of recruit training. They work well over 90 hours per week. Very acclimated with time management, they are dedicated and committed into transforming recruits into United States Marines. So ladies and gentlemen, I have 2 more huge favors. When you go back to your hometown, and if we're able to make it inside of a recruiting station, I want you to shake the recruiter's hands and tell them thank you for a job well done. And then while you're here aboard the depot, I ask that you find one drill instructor. You shake their hands and you also tell them thank you for a job well done as well. So ladies and gentlemen, these new Marines are going to get 10 days of well-deserved leave. And I tell you, I talked to some of them yesterday, and they absolutely can't wait to get off this island. So during this time while they're home and in their communities, they may find like-minded individuals like themselves who need the mettle of becoming United States Marines, and we ask them that they refer them to their recruiter. Now for the next 24 to 48 hours, they're going to be very vulnerable because they haven't driven a vehicle, they haven't eaten alcohol or tobacco products, and they haven't stayed up late. So I ask that you help them get them safe to their next follow-on assignment. Every Marine that graduates here is a basically trained rifleman. All of our infantry Marines will go to infantry training battalion. All of our non-infantry Marines will go to Marine combat training. After that, they go to their occupational schools, and then they go to the Fleet Marine Force. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The mystique of Parris Island lies on the broad shoulders of our recruiters and on the broad shoulders of our drill instructors. We will continue to fight our nation's battles. We will continue to return civilians back to society. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you America's future fighting force, our Corps' newest Marines, the Marines of Company C.
Stay down. Up. Detail. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Marines of Company C. Ladies and gentlemen, the First Sergeant of Company C, First Sergeant Diaz, a native of Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Company, attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove all hats for the March on of the Colors, and remain standing as you're invited to participate in the singing of our national anthem.
March on the colors! Forward! March! Present arms! Return the colors! Counter march! March!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will introduce the drill instructors of Company C. We ask that you please hold your applause until all the drill instructors have been introduced. The chief drill instructor of the 1080 series is Staff Sergeant Straw from Virginia Beach, Virginia. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 1080 is Staff Sergeant Cochran from Swainsboro, Georgia. He is assisted by drill instructors Sergeant Franklin Reese from Bull Bay, Jamaica, and Sergeant Runyon from Madison, Alabama. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 1081 is Staff Sergeant Sertina from Virginia Beach, Virginia. He is assisted by drill instructors Staff Sergeant Garcia from Galesburg, Illinois, Staff Sergeant Smithers from Richmond, Virginia, and Sergeant Raven from Dayton, Ohio. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 1082 is Staff Sergeant Ford from Baltimore, Maryland. He is assisted by drill instructors Staff Sergeant Hopwood from Gordonsville, Virginia, Sergeant Dabrowski from Patterson, New Jersey, and Sergeant Mahone from Jacksonville, North Carolina. The chief drill instructor of the 1084 series is Staff Sergeant Waddy from West Stafford, New Jersey. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 1084 is Staff Sergeant Nichols from Denver, Colorado. He is assisted by drill instructors Staff Sergeant Mackey from Augusta, Georgia, and Sergeant McGuigan from Scranton, Pennsylvania. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 1085 is Staff Sergeant Rodriguez from Roxborough, North Carolina. He is assisted by drill instructors Staff Sergeant Oliver from Alton, Illinois, and Sergeant Richter from Fordham, New York. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 1086 is Staff Sergeant Reiner from Bluegrass, Iowa. He is assisted by drill instructors Staff Sergeant Bukowski from Chicago, Illinois, and Sergeant Ryan from Santo Domingo, Ecuador. Ladies and gentlemen, the drill instructors of Company C.
Company, attend!
The company commander of Company C is Captain Marshall from Tampa, Florida.
Pulse! March!
His series commanders are Captain Harris from Turlock, California.